So Mahendran looked up, alarmed. So when such uh, harsh sound is produced by Ravi, Mahendran looked alert. So he looked up and it was quite little alert also. He had just been sharpening his claws. Claws are the sharp nails on the edge of coconut shell. So it was just scratching its nails against the coconut shell in which it had drunk milk. But worse than Ravi's awful whooping was a screech from the window. But yes, more awful than the that the shriek that was produced by Ravi. It was a sound screech. It is onomatopoeia used by the narrator. So it came from the window. What a weird sound. Weird is strange or unusual. It is already given in your book. If Mridu was startled, startled is surprised. So Mridu was surprised, and what happened to the little kitten? MP Punai was frightened. It got scared out of his wits. That it was that scared that it couldn't guess from where the noise was coming and what should be done to escape, to get escape from the situation if it gets worse. Hair standing on end, he bounced up. Bounced is he jumped up. He was that scared that it seems as if his hair have his hair has stood. Sorry. And scurried is he ran hurriedly towards a bamboo tray of red chilies that had been set out to dry. So it just started running here and there, and finally it got a place to hide. So it was a bamboo tray in which they had kept red chilies so that they should get dried. They had kept it into sun. Trying to hide beneath his under it, he tipped a few chilies over himself. So it was trying to hide under the tray. So in the attempt of hiding itself under the tray, some of the chilies which were there kept in the tray, they fell on the little kitten. Meow, he howled miserably. So it howled, it cried, it wailed as if it was really very, very scared. No? So miserably is as if it was scared, according to the chapter here. The screeching went on and on. Yes, the sound kept coming. It did not stop. It did not stop after one sound, but yes, it was just going on. What's that noise? Said Mridu. That's Lily learning to play the violin, grunted Ravi. So, grunted is he complained that Lily is learning how to play violin. So, violin is a musical instrument. She'll never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train whizzing on and on, while Lally is all the time derailing. So he's just making fun of Lally. So he says his observation is that Lally will never be able to learn how to play guitar, how to play violin, because if we compare the music that is being played, that is being created by the music master, it is as if some train is going on. So it is in a perfect symphony, it's in a perfect harmony. But when Lally starts music, what happens, it seems as if the train has got off its track, it has been derailed. So Lily, the way she is performing, it seems as if she is not going to learn music. So now they wanted to see what is happening in the music room, or at the place where Lily is trying to learn music. Ridu crept up to the window. Crept up, they moved stealthily to the window so that they should not be noticed by anyone. Lally should not come to know that they are observing her. Lally was sitting a little distance away, awkwardly, is again strangely. The way she was holding her violin, it also seems to be quite strange to them, and bowstring. Her elbows jutting as they were coming out, they were protruding out of her and her eyes glazed with concentration. So they were dull because she was completely concentrating on her playing of violin. In front of her, with most of his back to the window, was a bony figure of music master. Now they observed how music master looked like. He had a bony figure. Bony is thin, slim. So the music master could not see them. You can just see in the picture also that music master had its sorry music master the music master had it his back at the window. So at the back they could observe that he is quite a thin man, thin, a bony figure, and he had mostly bald head with a fringe of oiled black hair falling around his ears and an old fashioned tuft. And moreover, you could see that most of his hair has gone. Most of his hair has gone, and some hair could be found at the border of his head, and he has just tied his rest of his hair in a tuft. A gold chain gleamed is shown around his leathery neck. Leathery could be the color of leather, so it could be rough, it could be brown, and a diamond ring glittering on his hand. Glittering is also shining. So they could see that he was wearing a chain, he was wearing a diamond ring as it glided up and down the stem of the violin. So as just see the movements of the bowstring on the violin, it is considered as gliding up and down, means moving softly. Sorry, just 1 second. So uh, so let's first of all have again a recap of the kind of observation that they had of music master. So music master is a lean personality. He was a bony figure, he was a slim man, and most of his hair has gone, and the rest had been tied into a tuft by him, and he's wearing a chain and a ring, and the ring was shining the time he was just moving his hand up and down the violin. A large foot stuck out from beneath. Beneath is again under his gold bordered vesti edge, and he was beating time on the floor with his scrawny big toe. So, scrawny is the word we have just come across in the very beginning of the chapter. Scrawny is long and thin. So just see, if you just look at the posture in which the music master is sitting, he has just kept his one of his foot is protruding out, it is coming out, and he is just striking the floor. When the notes of music are being produced, he is striking his foot against the floor.